Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, your boy, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. It is Monday, the weekend has passed, the week is before us, and what a week it is. Oh my goodness. Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google, all on the board this week, all reporting earnings. Going to be some interesting gaps and fantastically phenomenal to see how it all plays out. So here's the SPY, and today really did exactly what I thought it probably would, and I'll show you that in just a second based on the cues. Thought the market was going to gap up today based on last 3 or 4 days of trading. And here's your 100 simple moving average on the SPY. We're above it. So what I mean to say is on the 13th of October, I thought I was going to win the wager of my Mohawk bet. But as of today, since I only have a week left, it's pretty much apparent that I'll be losing that bet, which is good. I like it. I'm glad that is the case because there's a lot of traders making some money, like Mark on some spreads. He's in a 212, 210. And a few other traders making some money on the SPY. So bottom line, this pin and pattern broke down. It did retest. It did a little bit of a rollover. And now we got a little bit of a high wave candle. White candle gapping up is a retest gap. So I'm expecting SPY to do something like this over the next 1 to 2 days and then probably bounce higher. Here's the cues up very nicely. And yesterday being Friday, I mentioned if we get an inside day candle tomorrow, be ready for a bullish pop Monday. We kind of got an inside day candle on Friday. Not exactly, but obviously on Friday's candle, as you're looking at it, was a bullish candle. So my thought was going to be, regardless, based on the hourly chart, that we probably would have a bullish day. Let's look at the hourly chart, and I'll kind of show you how I thought that. And on the hourly time frame, I believe I mentioned on Wednesday this was a very bullish gap on Wednesday, right? Bunch of black candles gapping up. We opened above these pivots. And as we came down and filled that gap, we got a really nice morning star reversal pattern on Thursday. And then on Friday, opening had a really nice hammer type of candle the first hour, creating a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the hourly chart, kind of like a morning star. So anyway, the Q's looking good. 120.50, I believe, is their all-time high. Ford is excited because he's in a bull put spread. I mentioned that we would likely bounce off the 50 exponential moving average, which we have. So there's the 50, and here we go. So we're rocking and rolling. What's going to happen from here on the Qs? Don't know. We'd probably get to the all-time high. We'd probably break and continue higher. I've mentioned a few times, I do think we continue to make all-time highs in the market. I do not think this is the top. And if Amazon and or Google and or Tesla and or Apple report well, likely the Qs will continue higher. Let's talk about some additional trades today, some additional stuff that we got going on out there. And we will start with, of course, the fan favorite, ticker symbol AAPL. Apple today, cute little white candle. Tomorrow, after close, is earnings. Ron's in a 121 covered call. A lot of other traders in a 130 November covered call, way up there. Honestly, glorious little pennant. Any open above 120 is going to be very bullish on Apple. What's it going to do? I have no idea. If Apple gaps down, however, as long as it opens above 110, I'll still be relatively bullish. If it opens below 110, yep, I'll be a little bit bearish, expecting it to maybe come back down to 102, and then potentially look to buy the dip from there. So that's my plan on Apple. We'll see. Feel free to jot that down. That trade has not occurred yet. I'll be right around the corner, so get prepared for some of that action. Skechers, this is one requested by Brian, and Brian was like, hey man, what do you think on Skechers? I'm looking to buy down here. Based on this gap, it is a very bearish gap, but you have a lot of volume on Skechers. Here's your weekly chart, and here's just the facts. Skechers is in a buy low, sell high kind of a location. It might have a little bit lower to go based on some of the support, but here's really my next target on Skechers is about 1643. But between now and then, we could retest just a little bit, hit that old support, rotate down one more lower low, and then from there start accumulating, or maybe even as low as 1478. But at some point, Skechers will and likely should bounce just a little bit. Still very proud of this chart on Skechers. I got to pull it up. One of my specialties in the trading room is helping traders figure out when it's a good time not to buy something. There's a big difference between not trading it and not buying it at all. But here was Skechers, posted over a year ago. That's right, over 12 months. I said on Skechers, don't be that person. Remember, buy low, sell high. Skechers is not low, is what I meant. Appears to be very parabolic. Newsom has tried picking the top. blah, 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 blah. Bottom line, you guys know what happened on Skechers with the reverse split and everything else, and it just absolutely shattered. It just tanked. So again, knowing when not to buy something is also equally as important, not getting really ecstatic about a particular trade. So anyway, buy low, sell high on Skechers. It is a strong gap down. Probably will retest a little bit, and then from there, continue to roll over potentially. Southwest Airlines. A lot of traders in bullish on Southwest Airlines off of the support down there at 36. Justin Linneman, I believe Brian Montgomery hit his target today. Stan, Adrian, a lot of other traders bouncing off of this support level. So here's the support. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. The Chris Hemsworth Hammer of Thor back in August. August, that first week, was definitely our signal to, okay, guys, something's happening here on Southwest. Let's get ready to buy. A lot of traders in right now, not doing anything too crazy, just doing its thing. Tesla, what do I expect on Tesla? Here's the weekly chart. Long-term moving averages, the 200 simple moving averages at 191.36. My boy Stan, put sale did expire worthless. That 200 is a strong level. We have bounced off of it before. So if Tesla does have a small gap down on earnings, I think that'll be a buying opportunity. I don't see Tesla gapping down very large on earnings. It would shock a lot of people if it does. Again, if it opens down here, that could be pretty bearish. If it opens right here at 191, that could be pretty bearish, but that will be happening this week. If anyone wants to hop into the morning room, we open it every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for traders all over the world. Feel free to sign up and get in there. We'll be calling the open on Tesla, seeing how it's going to gap and what it's going to end up doing, and then we'll kind of take it from there. So that's Tesla. Here's Google. Google making all-time highs. The first break of its all-time high was October 18th, 2016. We broke above there, white candle gapping up, retest gap. There's your retest in the form of a flag pattern. And Google, I do not expect to be bearish anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going to happen on earnings, truly. But if it gaps down small, it'll be a pretty good buying opportunity. Likely, in my opinion, gaps up large on earnings. That's just purely a guess, folks. I am 50-50 when it comes to my earnings plays as far as like what I think is going to happen. Unequivocally, though, a very strong bullish trend. You've got to have some serious coin in your pocket to play Google, but it is slowly but surely trekking ever so slightly higher. Amazon, pretty much the same analysis as Google. Just an amazing, amazing trend here. And any gap up on Google and Amazon, I do think both will gap up large, in fact, and then probably you'll get some selling that occurs at that point. If Amazon, of course, gaps down, I'm going to close my eyes and buy puts if it opens below 800 on Amazon. That would trap a lot of people. Again, a gap up, a lot of people are going to get profitable and they'll be able to sell. So really, any kind of trade on earnings that does gap up large this week, I do expect some selling to come in. So I'll be keeping an eye on what I refer to as a fade if that happens. Microsoft, I mentioned on Friday, is very bullish gap, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very, very bullish gap on Microsoft. Insanely bullish. Everything about this is bullish. Today's candle, we opened and had a low of 59.93. For all intents and purposes, this is almost a perfect Marubozu candle on Microsoft. So for my traders out there on your hourly charts, if Microsoft pulls back and bounces off of 60.47, I think it'd be a buying opportunity. Niels is in a put sale. Got a lot of traders in shares, a lot of traders in calls, a lot of traders in something bullish on Microsoft, looking pretty nice. Netflix, again, traded right to a target. 129.19 was my resistance line, and the high of today, 129.29. Take a picture of this chart and send it to anyone who doesn't believe that technical analysis works. Good Googa That was a gap and go. Gap action. Very strong gap and go. Trapping everybody, just like I said it would if it opened above that level. A lot of traders making profit on Netflix. At a resistance now. Back on the 18th, we mentioned anything bullish is the direction. We got ourselves a spread officially. A lot of traders making money on the call sides of Netflix. And now at this resistance, well, it's a confirmed resistance. So boom, boom, maybe some bear call spread. Or for anyone in shares, maybe a covered call. I know Charles Wade is in some shares. I believe this would be a good place to kind of lock in some profit there as well, Charles. But overall, looking good on Netflix. And last but not least, my last request for the day was General Motors. Huge candle coming in on General Motors today. Earnings are coming up. Strong resistance right here. It did close above that with good volume. So again, on General Motors, if it gaps up, I'm looking for it to trade lower. So there's a lot of buying coming into earnings season this week. Big gap ups likely will get sold because people will be very, very profitable. And from there, of course, I don't know what happens. I don't know exactly how far they pull back. but there will be money-making opportunities out there regardless. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to mitigate risk and to create a trading plan and simply follow your plan, follow your rules, and act accordingly. You guys absolutely rock. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Garth Brooks is in town for his 7th Diamond Premiere concert in Nashville tonight. I'll be attending that in about a few hours. And after that, tomorrow, meeting with a good buddy for brunch, and then meet with some other good traders later Tuesday night, and it's just going to be an amazing week. I'm pumped, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are pumped. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade. See you.